What's up guys, how's it going? MikeTheTech here, and in this video I'm going to show you how to use your Rock Band Stage Kit on your PC without needing any other hardware. We're going to use SK Lightworks, which lets us actually individually control all the LEDs, as well as effects like having the LEDs circle, scroll, flash, strobe, etc. And as a bonus, I don't actually have the fog machine and strobe light assembly, so I'm going to show you a hack that lets you actually connect this directly to your computer and power it from a wall outlet instead of from the fog machine, and it doesn't take any soldering or anything like that. So let's go ahead and jump into it. Before we get started, if you're watching this video, chances are you're not subscribed, because 99% of you are not subscribed, and that's a pretty bad number. So if you like this video and you want more tech tips, tricks, and cool stuff like this, please go ahead and click on that sub or join button below. Thank you so much. So going back into the tutorial, we have our stage kit here. Now, as I mentioned, I don't actually have the fog machine and assembly that goes into this that plugs into the wall. And unfortunately, that means that even though this will turn on by plugging it into the USB port on your computer, it will not light up the LEDs without external power. So after I show you how to get the software installed, I'm going to show you how to bypass that in case you don't have the fog machine. If you do have the fog machine, you just have to install the software in the order that I explain, and then get everything connected, and you'll be able to control not just the LEDs, but the fog assembly, as well as the strobe light, and access all of that from your computer. If you don't have that, stay tuned towards the end, and I'll show you a hack that I used to go ahead and connect this to a power port and be able to still run and control all the LEDs from your PC. So let's go and jump into it. The first thing you want to do is download the SK Lightworks application. This is going to need 3 programs installed beforehand. You're going to need the .NET redistributable. So if we click over here, we can see it's the .NET redistributable. We need the XNA redistributable. We're going to install this one. And then you need to make sure that you install your Microsoft Game Controller drivers. These should install automatically on Windows 11 and probably 10 as well. But if it doesn't, you'll need to find the actual drivers for your game controller. And it's just a standard game controller driver, not any of the special ones. Download the wired game controller driver and you'll be just fine. If you don't get this, chances are it's already installed, but it's a good idea to install it manually just to be sure. Once you've gone ahead and done that, we're going to go ahead and download the application itself. So let's download that. So we're going to right click on this and save link as. And then we can see that the zip file is here. We'll go ahead and download. It says it can't be installed securely because this does work with USB devices, but as far as I can tell, this is completely safe. It could potentially be a ruse, but the GitHub code is all here. It hasn't been updated in 9 years, and lots of people use this, so it's pretty safe to go ahead and let this go through. Let's go ahead and keep. And we're going to open up the application. And we're going to extract all of them into their own folder. Great. So now we have the extracted folder of applications. Now, why do we have 4 here? This is actually to decide when you plug your kit in, one of these lights is going to turn on. So let me go ahead and do that now. So once you plug this in, one of the lights is on. And whatever player it chooses, 1, 2, 3, and 4, that is the number of the application you want to open. So let's open 1, since that's what ours turned on to. And here we can see the application that lets us control all of the LEDs. And if we test these, we can see the red circle. It will light up the LEDs on and off in all the red LEDs in a circle. We can add the blue to that. We can add green to that. And we can add yellow. So all of the LEDs are moving. We can also reverse the circle and it will go in the opposite direction. So we can do random reds where it'll flicker and add all the other colors as well. We can mix them, so we can say make yellow circle and red circle, but all the interior ones flicker. We can use laser, which will light one at a time and shoot a different LED off one at a time for each color. Or we can just have them all on at once, or the same way, all off at once. And then we can also control the strobe light and set it to slow strobe, medium strobe, fast strobe, and faster, or off. And we can set up the burst of fog. We can either leave it on and have the fog machine on the whole time, or we can turn it off and push out a 1 second burst, a 3 second burst, or a 5 second burst of fog outwards. Now, if you're like me and you actually don't have the fog machine assembly anymore, I don't even know what happened to it. I just lost it, I guess. You're going to need one more adapter and a cable, but you're still going to be able to use this on your PC. So here's what you need to do. I was looking online to figure out how to get this working, and I found this post. It says you need the correct adapter, which is a PS2 to USB female mouse adapter, and he says it has to be the specific one. That's where I made my first mistake. And then you need a USB 2.0 to 2.0 cable, which is all easy enough. This is the 2.0 to 2.0 cable, which just has a male on both ends. And then this is the adapter we need. Now, I made the mistake of ordering the reverse at first. So I got the one with the male USB and the female PS2. And then I made the mistake of getting this adapter. And this is the exact same connector. It all has the same pins, has the same USB and everything, but this is a keyboard one. I didn't think it would make a difference. Apparently it does. It does not work with this purple one. You need to get this one, this exact same one. And when I say this one, I actually mean that because there are two versions of the green mouse converter, and they don't all work with it. You can see can't match all motherboards, have matching problem. It's because they don't work with all devices, but this happens to be the correct wiring that needs to be used for Rock Band. So I'm going to put a link to this specific one because this is the one that worked for me, and I can't confirm it's going to work with other ones, even if they look the same. So we're just going to plug this in to the side of the device here, and that gives us a USB port. From this USB port, we're going to plug in this USB male cable. So now we have essentially a power cord for this device. It's plugged into USB on the other side. And then this one, we're going to plug into a power adapter because it needs 1 amp of power. And that's not going to come from most computer cases. So you can't just plug this into another USB. What you want to use is either one of these, and it has to be a legit one that's actually 1 amp because some of them are actually lower than 1 amp and will not work. Or what I did is one of these smartphone chargers. And I went ahead and plugged it into the smartphone charger and plugged it into the wall. And that's how we're getting power to the device. So we're actually going to test this out right now. We'll open this up and we will test it out once I get this plugged in. All right, so it's a little hard to see. So I'm actually going to record it on my phone. So let me set this up on something. All right, so I am recording on my phone and I have the application open. And if I choose red circle, we can see that the red lights up. If I choose blue circle, green circle, and it's very bright, and yellow circle. You can't really tell from here, but it is very, very bright. If we turn all of these on, it is exceedingly bright. And you can use any mix of colors you would like to turn on to make all these cool effects. MikeTheTech, the architect. That's that digital guru with a modern day voodoo. The dude with the short views for ignorant minds. And there you have it. That's how you control your stage kit lights from a PC. Thank you so much for watching. If you have any questions or comments, please leave them in the comment section below. Have a good one. Peace. He keeps it fresh, always brings something new. It's MikeTheTech, MikeTheTech, the architect. MikeTheTech, yeah. MikeTheTech, the architect.